A water main break left a good amount of people without water or with very low water pressure this morning. Now the city in Virginia Beach is asking some of you to boil your water before drinking it. The break in a water tank happened early this morning on Laskin Road near 29th Street. 10 on your side's Art Kahn is live there now. Art, what have you learned?
Well, we know that the leak has stopped. They have shut off the valves that feed that. We know that it was a pipe that has about a 36-inch diameter that ruptured. Now, how big of a hole, how much was that rupture, we don't know yet and I don't think really the city knows yet because I don't think they've been able to get to this thing, and that's part of what's created a lot of the problems here. I'm going to ask photographer Greg Gadberry to look over there for you. You can see past the gazebo, there's a big pipe there that goes over by the waterway here, and that is where the break is, not in the elevated part of that pipe, but down below, and it's actually below the water line from where the water is over here for this marshland. So all of that made things very difficult. You know, some people said, okay, we know that the crews were out here working on this thing somewhere between 5 and 6 a.m., I believe, or between 4 and 6 a.m., and some people said, well, they started noticing problems as early as between 12 and 1 a.m. So what took so long? Well, I spoke with Jim Cherry from the Public Utilities Department for Virginia Beach, and he said that no one actually reported seeing a physical break. So all that water you see in the video spraying out, no one had reported that. So they had to go through the list of going through all their pipelines, checking the maps, until finally they isolated it to the big pipe somewhere on 31st Street, and then they drove down and actually spotted the leak, and they're telling me that's what took so long. Now, to get back to where we are right now, I'm told that water has been restored to all their customers. However, as you mentioned, they do have a boiled water notice. In other words, they're telling you not to drink the water right now because there may have been some contamination. So bring your water to a full rolling boil before you have any idea of consuming that water for personal consumption. Also, another thing to consider is if you have a refrigerator that has one of those automatic ice makers in the freezer, you don't want to use that ice either. Throw all that ice away. We're not sure yet how long all this is going to take place. They have a lot of work just to get to that break, and as I said before, it's in a tough place. We'll keep you up to date with it. Reporting live from Virginia Beach, Art Kahn, 10 on your side.